I don't want to speculate any further. Let's just wait and see what happens.
Why do you think Judge Carter asked you about court shopping? He made a great effort to ask you why you picked this jurisdiction, this courtroom. Why not Illinois? Why not someplace else?
There might be an argument of forum shopping, but clearly this is not the most conservative forum. Clearly, this is California, one of the most liberal states in the nation. Maybe he wanted to just make sure that there was no forum shopping to find a specific courtroom, specific state that would be more favorable to this case. But clearly, California, being such a liberal blue state, is not more liberal to the case than any other state. I would submit to you that it is more pro-Obama.
Well, there you have it from attorney Early Tates and Gary Creep. I'm William Wagener for On Second Thought. We're here at the federal courthouse, the Ronald Reagan Federal Courthouse. This is the same Judge Carter I heard in September 8th say it's going to be decided on the merits. And he made, just like Early just said, and there was at least 70, 80 people heard him say this. It's going to be decided on the merits. Today, he said, we're not going to get to the merits until you satisfy the issues of standing and the issues of political question and jurisdiction. It almost seems as if, like Early Tate said, he's done a backflip, done a 180-degree turn, gone the other direction. And I don't know what to say about that because he seemed to be straining to be very fair. All I can tell you is that there were a lot of people here, and maybe there's one or two who would like to give their 2 cents worth. Here's Pastor Wiley DRAKE, one of the clients.
I've known Judge Carter for over 20 years. He's a Marine. Ladies and gentlemen, today, in the last few days, you have seen the emasculation of a United States Marine. Judge Carter said, I will try it on the merits of the case. We will not throw it out on technicalities. He just postponed it today on technicalities of standing. That's the same garbage we went through in Philadelphia with Phil Berg. It's the same garbage we went through everywhere we have been. They always want to jump back on this standing. And he went out of his way to say, nobody has called me, and I got one good old Baptist term for that, baloney. He's been told it was in your court. How in the world did you get it in your court? Because he talked about that today. Well, it was their court shopping. And he also has been told you will not hear this thing on the merits. You will postpone it, and that's exactly what took place here today. And Judge Carter, if you hear this and see this, brother, call me because, I just have to understand what's going on here. I've not seen a flip-flop like this in his years. I've been in this courthouse, I've been in his courthouse many times on many other cases, and he's always maintained the high level of integrity in the courtroom, and today I saw a judge go to what we know now as a typical judge. Let's hem-haw, let's beat around the bush, let's postpone it, let's work it out so the government can get its appeals in, and so it can be move this down instead of 6 months to a year away, which is if he would have ruled today that we had standing, 6 months to a year from now, we would be presenting evidence and we would be knowing what's going on. But now we're looking at 3 to 5 years away.
That's Pastor Wiley DRAKE, a local fixture. It does his own radio show down here in Orange County, California. Yeah, give us your first and last name.
My name is Eveyln Bradley.
And we have your permission. Okay, and you're from where, Eveyln?
I'm from Norwalk, California.
Okay, and you got a sign here that says Obama not natural born, Article 2, Section 1, illegitimate.
Right, that's what I believe.
For David O'Connor, from all appearances, did a what, Eveyln?
He seemed to do a flip-flop, and his voice didn't even sound like the same man of September 8th. Are you sure it was the same man today? I was in the overflow room, and I couldn't tell.
You know, that's a good question. I asked somebody next to me, is this David Carter? Is this Judge Carter? Because he didn't sound like the same David Carter I heard in September 8th. I wish we had had a camera in that courtroom on September 8th, and I wish we had a camera in there, but they don't allow that very often. What's your take on what happened today? Besides a flip-flop, do you think he's going to quietly dismiss this and it'll go away?
It wouldn't surprise me if he doesn't just dismiss it. But then we can't give up. No matter what happens, we can't give up. We the people have got to press on and try another way, or if it means we try to reach our legislators, our representatives, our senators, try to reach people that we can vote out and they can decide, I think I'd like to get rid of this illegitimate president.
Do you feel justice was not served today by what you heard?
Well, I suppose legally it was. He never gave a clue when he was postponing it to, or when he'd give his ruling. He didn't give any clues. He just said he wasn't going to decide today, I guess.
Eveyln, if we can't get justice in a federal courthouse, what do the people do?
It seems to me like we're going to have to see in person our senators and representatives to let them know how important this issue is of eligibility is to us, and that they better do something about it. I mean, if we're not allowed as people to have standing, then they've got to do something and see what the Congress will do. We've got to put a lot of pressure on them. And, you know, we need to put pressure on Nancy Pelosi, too, because it's my understanding from what I've read, the affidavit or certification that she signed and sent to all 50 states lacked the ending sentence that said he qualified, Obama qualified according to the Constitution. She signed a paper like that, but apparently, from what I've been told, what she sent out eliminated that last sentence. So no Secretary of State confirmed his eligibility. The Democratic Party didn't confirm it. The Republican Party didn't seem to contest it. It's like, where on earth was everybody? Did you all disappear?
Judge made a point of mentioning that this is a two-party system. Do you feel like there's two parties, or do the two parties feel more like one party or two fingers on the same fist?
They're kind of looking like they're all a little bit impotent, and that we seem to be being run by some hierarchy somewhere else. I don't think Obama's running the country. I mean, somebody's pulling his strings. Like, is he a puppet for who? Because all of this legislation, thousands and thousands of pages, every few days another bill comes out with another 1,000 pages. Nobody's had time to write it, much less read it. And now Nancy Pelosi's asking them to vote without having seen a copy nor read it. What on earth is, I mean, what's going on in their brains? It doesn't make sense.
I can't disagree with you. It doesn't make sense. Do you feel we lack representation? Have you been able to talk to your local state senator or assemblyman any time in the last year? I mean, actually sit down and talk to them about any issue?
Well, my representative from my area is Grace Napolitano, and I get a form letter from her, and when I ask for an appointment, I don't get one. Now, I've gone to meetings where Ed Royce comes and speaks, and he seems to really listen to the people and go wherever we want to hear him speak. So there's a difference in representatives.
Ed Royce is a state assemblyman?
He's a congressional representative.
Oh, he's a House rep.
Yeah, in Washington, D.C. And
does he listen to you? Does he actually sit down and listen to Eveyln?
He does. He will listen to us, and he will come and speak to us in small gatherings of 30 people, 50 people. He comes, and he pays attention to what the people say. And he votes the right way, as far as I can tell.
Okay. Thank you very much, Eveyln.
God bless you.
Anita Hynds. I belong to California Coalition Immigration Reform. And I'm talking about Obama. I can say he broke the Constitution. He should present his birth certificate in the first place. We should impeach him. And that's all.
Thank you, Anita. Well, there is some comments from people. There was probably in excess of 100 people here, more than there was on September 8th. What I call the three blind mice. They see nothing. ABC, CBS, and NBC. CNN and Fox News, the official government propaganda channel, will probably not be here. But William Wagener, for On Second Thought, will be here. See you next week.